So hey guys, it's Jazz. I was debating whether or not I wanted that to be my intro because so many people used to come up to me at school and be like, "Hey guys, it's Jazz," and make fun of me. But I have to embrace it. That's where I started. That's how I started. So that is gonna be my intro. But today you guys are gonna be learning a couple of tips and tricks on how I get my colorful looks to be so pigmented. Like, look at this glow. Okay, but that's it. Sorry. Here's the video. Okay, so here's me having the time of my life because it's coming out very good. Like the pink. Oh, I've never done it on my left eye, only my right eye. So I was very proud of myself. I was super happy. But Ira. This brush, I forgot to clean it yesterday and it had black. So I was there. I was mad. I was pissed. So I just had to redo it all. Like, oh my gosh. But yes, my door opens because I have a ghost and his name is Bat. He's my favorite dog of all. He's the best. But I just continue to do what I do. So you're welcome. So I do have one eye done because I did it prior to this. Really? We would have never known. I always like having a nice straight edge, so I do use tape with it. I don't have an eyeshadow primer, so concealer does, I think, the same thing. What is that in the corner? I literally left my mirror in the frame. Hello, who am I? I'm not professional. I'm sorry. Personally use a lighter concealer just because it makes the colors pop a lot more rather than having the same color as my skin tone. Okay, so you never ever want to set the base if you want to work with colorful looks, mainly because it helps the colors stick onto the base a lot more seamless and it keeps the colors very bright and pigmented. If you have like a lot of wrinkles and creases on your eye, you want to make sure you have those taken off before you press on product. Another tip is knowing what brushes to use. These are like the main blending brushes I use and they're just BH Cosmetics. They're so affordable and they work so well. I don't have any high-end brushes just because I do think you can make anything work with like decent brushes. I don't think you need like Kylie Jenner's brush set. Another tip is when you dip into the product, the way you dip in is the way you're gonna pack on the color. So for example, if I go in like this, I'm gonna want to pat in like this. But if I go in perpendicularly, then I want to go in like this. So I obviously do have a lot of creases because I was talking and the base is still wet, so just blend those out. And like the first method I showed, you do want to just pat on the product. So you do want to just pat this wherever you desire, but in the way you picked up the product. So I picked it up like this, so I'll pat it on like this. Because if I go in like this, the majority of the product isn't going to be on there. So you want to go in right as you pick it up. And you want to blend it a little, but not a lot, because the product will fall out. And that's not what we want until the end. So keep getting more and keep building up. More so pack rather than blend. I know I always say blending is key, but blending is only key at the end. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with this brush and I'm gonna go like perpendicularly into the pan. So when I go onto my eye, I want to apply it directly in the inner corner. And it's okay if you get fallout, we can just clean it up at the end. So I'm gonna go in with the same brush, pack on more pink. This is the number 8 brush, and it's very fluffy. It's not really ideal to pack on color because it is fluffier, so I use this just to blend out edges. Most of the product where I did want it to be applied, it was blended out, so I'll just go back in and apply it there. And now with the blue, since I mostly want it on the outer corner and on the bottom portion rather than the top, I use this small little brush. It's very helpful. I use this every single time, so I have to wash this every single day. No, I'm not an affiliate with BH Cosmetics. Oh girl, I wish. But I definitely recommend these. And honestly, this blue in the 35B palette is amazing. And you just want to keep dipping back in till you get your desired color. I'm not very much blending with this shade, but more so only packing on. So first I do go on with the same pink brush and try and blend that out. It doesn't work as well, but I do this first. Because blending is honestly a process and you need to be patient with makeup, because it won't always work as quickly as you want it to, but if you love it, then you won't be angry at it. Okay, since I do have like this little spot right there that I did make it higher, I'm gonna add just more blue to it so it doesn't look awkward. And with a different brush, this is the 7 brush, you want to go in with like a pinkish purplish color because it's basically like the same color as this. And I always raise my eyebrows when I do it. I know it's not like ideal because that's not how your eye looks when you're just like settled and talking normally, but it helps getting into the creases of your eye, so I do recommend that. Okay, so back with the blending brush, you do want to blend those two out. And go back in with the blue. Honestly, you just have to have patience with what you're working with. And it might look ugly at the beginning, but honestly, really, you have to wait till the end to honestly see the results that you want. So you can't really just give up because it looks bad at the beginning. Just want to keep going back and forth with brushes because blending is key now that you have like all your colors together and you know how you want it to look. And you can pack on more blue at the edges because they will eventually fade out to just purple, and that's not what we want. Packing is so much better than just blending because blending does take away the amount of color and pigmentation in your eyeshadow. So rather than just going back and forth, just going up and down is going to give you better results. I'll also put this brush set in the description below because these brushes are more so for detailing and they're very useful. And I do clean my brushes every single day. I personally like washing my brushes, so it's not like a big deal. So since you are going onto the color like directly with the brush, you want to keep cleaning it if you keep cutting the crease, only because it will make the color muddy and we want it to be a lot cleaner for when we do put the color on top. And one of the videos I do want to do is a get ready with me for the first day of sophomore year and like a kind of ish vlog. Like I don't want to always vlog, like it's not something I want to do because I do want to like just base this channel off of makeup. Okay, so with the lighter shade of purple, I'm gonna go in with this brush and just go on top of this. And you just want to keep going back and forth with the two shades so you can blend them out properly and it doesn't look too harsh. And always curl your eyelashes after you put them on. You don't know how much it pisses me off when people just apply the eyelashes on top of their eyelashes and they don't curl them and you can clearly see their natural eyelashes underneath. Like sis, it's not that hard. Okay, so all I'm doing now is applying pink eyeshadow with a pencil brush underneath my lash line with my concealer being wet, and then with a angled brush I go in with the blue and I switch on back and forth, blending the two colors together as well as I can, and that's about it. Sorry for whispering, my family is asleep, but I'll try and edit during the day next time. And this is a completed video. I really hope you guys can take a couple tricks of mine and a couple tips. I'll put the link below for the brushes I use. I definitely 10 out of 10 recommend these. Definitely subscribe if you're not already. Turn on the notification bell, super easy, not even a second to do. I can't wait to edit like 3 hours long of footage, but it's okay, you know? Yeah, and I'm still here editing. It's been like 500 hours, thanks. So this is the end, so thank you so much for watching once again. I definitely will try and post more continuously, but that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Bye!